Gervonta Davis isn't fighting Ryan Garcia at his best. Catchweight advantage. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Corner Red Sports. Let's talk about it. The first two press conferences have happened. Both fighters had some pretty exciting moments during the first two press conferences. Now it's time to start breaking down this fight before it actually happens on April the 22nd. And I think one of the biggest issues that Ryan Garcia and his fan base are having with the fight is that it's not happening at his best weight class or a weight class that favors him. It's happening at 136, which I don't really understand why they did it at 136. Possibly because Ryan Garcia can't make 135 without starving himself. And we all know that Gervonta Davis pretty much campaigns at 135. That's his strong point. Now there are some things that's coming out on Ryan Garcia's end. And he's basically saying that Gervonta Davis took advantage of him by not accepting the fight at a higher catch weight to make it more even for both fighters. And that he doesn't want to fight him at his best. He feels like his best is 140. We all know that Gervonta Davis's best probably is 135. But he did fight Mario Barrios at 140. Still scored the knockout. And you could make an argument that if the fight happened at 140, it really wouldn't matter that Gervonta Davis should be that good to where 5 pounds shouldn't matter to him. But if it's an advantage for Gervonta to be fighting Ryan at 135, why isn't it an advantage for Ryan to want to fight at 140? So I feel like that if you've already accepted the fact that you're the B-side in the fight because you don't draw in the audience when it comes to your fights that Gervonta does. Now, you do great. We all know you do good. You got all these Instagram followers. But I think people have a higher standard for Gervonta Davis. Whether you feel like he's a better fighter, whether you feel like he's more skilled, more talented, whether you feel like it's because of his knockout ratio, whether you feel like it's because he's black. Whatever you feel like it is that makes him slightly more popular than Ryan Garcia. He's slightly more popular than Ryan Garcia. He's the A-side in the fight. So I don't feel like he should have to concede to any terms that Ryan Garcia is throwing out there. Because, listen, you want to make the fight with me. This is what Gervonta Davis said. You want to make the fight with me. You're the one pursuing this fight. You're the one saying that this is one of the biggest fights of your career. I think Gervonta Davis just looks at it like another day at the office. This is a fight that's going to make me a lot of money. I plan on winning. I don't think this guy's on my level. So why would I try to fight him where he feels like he's at his best? That don't even make sense. Now, I do want the best fighting the best. But if you're great at 140, 4 pounds shouldn't make you not great. Even though I know there is a such thing as weight draining. And, sometimes being below a certain weight can throw your blood sugar and all type of stuff off. So you're not as strong or you don't feel as strong as you possibly did at 140. Even though it's 3, maybe 4 pounds, those 3 or 4 pounds could actually start to throw your body off very bad. Now, Ryan Garcia is going to be able to rehydrate up to 148. Well, 146. He's going to be able to rehydrate up to 146, not 148. So, my thing is this. Okay, if you're able and you're able to rehydrate up to 146 after going all the way down to 136, what are you trying to accomplish by getting in the fight at 140. It seems like if you got the fight at 140, you would actually be able to balloon up to 153 or 154 instead of just the 146 when you're coming from 136 pounds. So it's almost like Ryan Garcia wanted to fight at 140 simply because he knew he would be much bigger, much stronger. He'd be able to rehydrate up higher than he can if he's coming from 135 or 136. So it's almost like he was looking for another advantage. You know, you're already the bigger of the two guys. You already should be the stronger of the two guys. You're the taller of the two guys. You're longer. I mean, how much more advantages do you need when it comes to making the fight? Now, he conceded to allow you to not make it at 135, which if you're saying that, you know, dropping all the way down there is a little too much for your body, at least he gave you 1 pound, which I don't think 1 pound should really make that much of a difference. Like, I don't think 3 pounds should make that much of a difference. It would have been different if he was like, okay, well, I want to fight you at 130. Then I would feel like he was trying to weight drain Ryan Garcia. But 135, 136, and you wanted to fight at 140. I mean, how much of an advantage is those 4 pounds going to give you unless you were planning on ballooning up, like I said, once again, to 154, 153, because you've already had those extra pounds on you. So, perhaps it is a slight advantage for Gervonta Davis to have the fight at 135, 136. But, I mean, how much of an advantage can it actually be? You're going to be able to rehydrate up to almost up to welterweight. So how much of a extra advantage do you actually need? How much more weight do you need to put on for you to feel like the fight is fair? Otherwise, why would you accept it at 130 anyway? Why wouldn't you just say, hey, we got to do it at 140 or I can't make the fight because of the weight's going to be an issue? You would think that these fighters would not sign contracts and then complain. They would just not sign the contract. Like, don't sign the contract then complain. But it is what it is. This is a sport of boxing. Everybody wants what they want. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all that down in the comment section below. Hit that like button for me. Share. Subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. More than likely to get a response on the tubes, so holler at me over there. If you want to collabo, hit my Gmail, flockofcards@gmail.com. And we are
Louisville, home of the best scrapper. Also, home of the best rapper. Flow dapper, here's another chapter. Ride through, attack you, ride away your laughter. This is what I'm after, blowing on that rapper. Purple Dro, keep a bunch to blow. I don't serve it though, murder flow. If it goes down, I'm the first to know. Y'all niggas late, like the Conan show. Overdose, overload, sharp flow, leave him with the open throat. Lewis Keys, cool as Nova Scotia snow. Puff a blunt, poke a hole, nigga, you supposed to know. Lewis Keys, blowing blunts on the open road. Fuck a cop, fuck a speed limit, drive overdose. Keep a bad bitch, hips wide like Oprah's nose. And you know that I'm a fool, my freestyle's wet, I'm floating in the pool. You should pay your tuition, you're going to my school. Principal keys, you niggas getting held back. Fuck them little sacks, you can have your bread back. No refund, well here the G's come. Hit your ass up, leave you with your fucking head crack.